Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
Hello, Piggy. Thank you for your very generous donation. I appreciate that. Andrew, welcome to the stream. Lady Tara. We got Soul Coyote. Welcome back, Coyote. How are you doing today? We got Andrew. Thank you so much for joining me. Everybody, I appreciate that. It is another Manic Monday. Wish it was Sunday. That is my fun day. Let's start out the read, shall we? Hello, Piggy. General love reading for September. September's going to be all right. September is going to be pretty good. I can tell already. I mean, we're kind of rounding out the month right now. I got to say, August was kind of weird in a variety of ways. August was kind of weird, but I think September has a lot of good things in store for all of us. I'm just saying now, I do firmly believe that September has some good things waiting for us. Judy knows. Judy, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. All right, let's get a little general love for September. Okay, see what good stuff we got. By the way, we're using the Dark Mansion Tarot. Everybody does love the Dark Mansion Tarot. I gotta say, this is one of the favorites. I've been reading with the Waterfall Tarot today, and I'm loving it. I'm so happy. I am so happy. Thank you, for being such a huge supporter for the stream. I greatly appreciate you. Hello, Piggy. Greatly appreciate you indeed. Thank you so much. Anyway, general love. Let's see what is going to happen in September. And Three of Wands is interesting. We are sort of looking to the future. I think the future is pretty bright for September as it goes. Death is such a great card, right? We're looking for change. Philippe, welcome to the stream. Lady, what's up? You have the Three of Wands into death. That is such a wild combo and a fantastic combo too. Ivy, happy birthday. Thank you for your donation. The Three of Wands. We're looking, Three of Wands, scanning the environment, seeing what's out there, seeing what kind of things are available, seeing what we can get, right? What is going to be next? I think what is next is going to be something that is going to be pretty powerful, in my opinion. Because when you have a Three of Wands, again, this is one of those where you kind of got to look to the next card. What's before it? What's after it? We're looking, that's fine. What are we looking for? What are we looking to do? What is going to happen? And Death says there are changes abound. And I think that's going to be important here. And think we are looking for a little change. We're looking for something fresh, inviting. We're looking for something that just makes sense, something that fits in our lives, something that just makes the grade and makes a lot of good stuff happen. And I think that's on the way because right after Death is the Nine of Cups. Now, if you're using the Thoth, the Nine of Cups is frequently considered the best emotional card in the deck. I mean, of everything. If you're looking for emotional stability, if you're looking for emotional happiness, you're looking for things to level out, things just to start making sense emotionally. Kay, thank you for your donation. I think this is the card. The card also has a lot of different choices built into it. So we have a couple of different choices in love. Where do we go? What do we do? I think things open up. Things are more available. Things just make more sense. Nine of Cups is one of just a fantastic emotional stability card right after the pending changes that are there. Two of Swords is interesting, right? It does say that there is some surprises around September. I don't think September is just full of standard fare, right? Where things that go this way, things go that way. They've always gone this way. They've always gone that way. I think you have a little more variety. You have a little more beef and you have a little more excitement in September than what we're used to, but a couple of surprises around the corner. Two of Swords, right? We're sort of blinded to it. We just don't see it. There are some separate things happening. A couple of surprises. I think it's going to be emotionally. So overall, it looks like a fantastic month. The changes we're looking for come about. The Nine of Cups, the changes really sort of blossom. They work out and everything really goes well. So that is a fantastic read. That is a fantastic read indeed. All right, we got Ivy. Let's see, today's my birthday. A general read for September. Let's find out how that is going to go. All right, a little bit. Well, let's see. My program butchered the message because my program is freaking out. YouTube changed something. YouTube changed something and it made my program freak out a little bit. Anyway, general read for September. We'll just type it out anyway. But anyway, I'm just saying happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. It is going to be a fun one. You know, I hope you had a good time. Speaking of the waterfall tarot, let's break it out over here for Ivy. Breaking out the waterfall tarot. If you don't know what this is, it's my deck. This is my card. This is my deck. And if you like it, link in the description. Got a lot of good reviews. In fact, I got quite a few reviews that are good. I mean, I'm just saying. Hopefully, somebody likes it other than me. Star, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right. General. Oh, the sun is the first card. Ivy, look at this. Ivy, look at you. Look at you. Birthday with the sun as the first card. I mean, come on. I mean, that's where it's at right here. We're just going to get excited right now. The sun as the first card in any read is so nice. It is so nice. It means that there's a lot happening, a lot being revealed, a lot moving into, right? Love Apples, thank you for joining us. Bartman, thank you as well for hanging out with us today. Yeah, that sun card, first card. We're riding into a new tomorrow. And Ivy, I think that's where you're at, where you're literally riding into a new tomorrow. That's going to be kind of cool. Are we restricted as far as where we can go tomorrow? That's going to be the key, right? In September, you are restricted from just fully getting back to where you need to be, or fully sort of manifesting everything that you need. The sun says that you're sort of riding into this next zone, but the next zone does have, you know, a little bit of a calming aspect or a little bit of a cool down from that sun, because you don't really want the sun and the Eight of Wands together. That is a lot. That is a lot of forward movement, a lot of action. You have a lot of things happening at the same time. Sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming, especially you're looking just for September, right? You don't want like a ton of things happening. So the Eight of Swords sort of calms it down a little bit. It says, let's sort of tamper this back a bit and, you know, see where it goes. Tamper this back a bit, see where it goes before we make a big movement. Because I think the big movement just raw going forward doesn't really work well for September. These big projects, right? Just dynamically starting something like, boom, let's start it. Let's get it going 100%. I don't think that works for you in September. I think it did. I think it actually did before, right? Or you did have big projects, you did have big things that are coming through. I think it's not that time to do that. It is time to hold back. It is time to sort of pull back a little bit, because the Page of Wands says there's some unexpected twists and turns as you go through that. In other words, if we're starting something big, we're getting the Eight of Wands, getting that movement forward. The page says you may be moving forward into something that's a huge waste of time, or has a lot too many challenges for you to actually manifest this fully and get this going 100%. Page of Wands says, pull it back a little bit. Take it back a notch with that, the Eight of Wands, right? So September, I would definitely not start anything new, not start any big project. I would definitely be on the side of more caution and more reserve as you're going into September, especially around like September 17th-ish, I would really watch out for that day. I think that day is going to be pretty critical for you. But that's sort of the general read in September. Good luck, and let us know how September works out for you. And hope you have a fantastic the rest of your birthday. Our psychic sense is correct. Kay wants to know, if I have psychic senses, I would embed them in this deck right here. My friends, it's getting real up in the house. It's literally getting real up in the house when the thought comes out. Okay, Kay, you knew it was going to happen. Kay, you said your psychic senses are going haywire. This is what happens. You get the thought read. Okay. All right, Moon, welcome to the stream, and thank you for your donation. A little general action too. A lot of generals tonight. I'm just saying. A lot of generals coming out. Maybe we have the colonel. Maybe we have some more leadership coming out later. Are my psychic senses correct? No. I think you have some things that are just incorrect. I think that you have some things that are not exactly on point for where you want to be with the psychic reads, okay? This sort of says that as far as senses, as far as the psychic thing goes, you do need to sort of hone things a little bit or sort of figure out where things need to be before you go forward with them, right? There are some psychic senses, I think, that are in tune. I think they are on target, but some of them, not so much. You have ruin over here. You have the Seven of Swords. You have the Eight. It feels like that some need to be honed and tuned a little more than others. I'm not saying all of them are bad. I'm saying some are a little bit on that level of, oh, you need to tweak it, right? Because you do have the work card. This is something that you need to work on. You need to be diligent every day, work on it, develop it. It's going to be like a muscle. You need to sort of pursue where you want to be at the end of the day. You want to pursue your weak points, and you definitely want to sort of hone your strong points. So I think you do have strong and weak points, but together they do make a nice little, a nice little combination with that. So definitely find the weak points. The weak points are the ones that are just as wrong, right? Maybe it's sort of an aura feel where you hear things, or maybe you hear a voice, or you hear a guide. Maybe it's visual. You see sort of after effects, or sort of, visions or something like that. It could be dreams. It could be a psychic sense as well, to where you're having these dreams. They're very specific. They tell you things that are coming. You want to figure out which is your strong point and definitely work on that, and then figure out which is your weak point and figure out how you can adjust it to be better. So work on the weak things. That is going to be critical. The other thing is going to be sort of go back in your past, as far back as you can go. What's the sort of the first time that you've had a very, very visual or a very, very relevant psychic experience? You want to go back to that. Was it oral, right? With hearing? Was it sort of a sense of sort of just this vision that came? Was it sort of a sixth sense, right? To where you just have this weird feeling or an intuition. You definitely want to figure out where is that going to be? And that is going to be, let's see, hang on. How the world did they even get in there? Okay. But yeah, you definitely want to figure this out. Okay. So this card says go back as far as you can. Figure out where your first experiences were. My theory is that you have something that was early on in life that keyed you into psychic experiences. It keyed you into this pursuit. And that's your strong point. That was your first experience. That was your strong point. So go back, go back and look at that. Get rid of the weak ones, work on the weak ones. Don't rely on the weak ones as much, and sort of hone the thing out to where it is. So I think that you do have a lot of strong suits. The ones that aren't strong, you can work on those as well. But absolutely, it's going to be easy. It's going to be something you can do. Not going to be a difficult pursuit at all. General coming out for a star. Let's get it done. Let's get her done. Find out, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I'm going to use, we're breaking it out early tonight. Look at this one. Look at this one, my friends. Breaking it out early, the Forest Creatures version 2. Tara, what is going on? Maria, welcome to the stream. We're going to have a rocking stream tonight. Just saying, it is going to be a rocking stream tonight. Go ahead and just break out. Go ahead and just break out the balloons at this point. Just break out the balloons at this point. All right. General reading for September. Where are we going to be, and how is September going to be going forward? I think the early first week, sort of the early part of the September is going to be one of the key factors here. That's the first thing that came to me, right? First thing, intuitively, we're going for the early first week of September is going to be kind of a key point if you're going to look at the month as a whole. Two of Cups, maybe meeting somebody, finding something going, Magician and Temperance. It's interesting that we got the first two things are major. I did say the first week, right? We got a major. First week is something where doors are going to be open. First week is something where you are going to have some experiences. You are going to be sort of in a place to where you have some unique opportunities that you didn't have before. I think that's how September starts, quite frankly. First week, you're going there. And that's going to kind of be a good thing, right? Because you want to sort of start it out right. And I think it does start out right. Magician says using your tools, being the master of everything, going forth, getting the next thing going is going to be important, because the Magician is that card. It is that card that needs to be there for you to get things done. I think Magician Emperor, especially Magician Emperor combo, is going to be powerful. First week is going to be where it is at for that. Temperance is interesting. A couple of things just don't bring out your strong suits. And I would avoid those. I mean, a couple of things come out. You don't want to do that. Temperance says, let's dive into maybe everything. Let's balance everything out. Let's have our foot in possibly multiple opportunities. That's going to be kind of tricky, Star. I think when I say multiple opportunities, you don't just have one thing that's going to be obvious. Let's leap into that. Let's use the magician skills. No, I think the Two of Coins is we're meeting somebody interesting that's going to open up a couple of different doors. And when you sort of decide where we want to be at the end of the day, I think if you focus on what is important to you, where you want to be, right? And that's kind of the thought, right? Where do I want to be going forward? Where do I want to be at the end of the year? Where do I want to be at the beginning of 2022? That's going to be your key factor, and that's kind of where you want to be leaning, indeed. Somebody said, what is this deck? It is the Forced Creatures Tarot version 2. Now, there are 2 versions. Make sure you get version 2 if you like this one. Definitely look at both, though, okay? Christina likes the version 1 better. I like the version 2 better. They're similar, but they do have drastic differences within them. Connie, welcome to the stream. Espresso House, welcome as well. How you doing? So let's dive into the next read, my friends. Going over here. Tarot Tower, let's do one of my absolute fave decks of all time, which is not that deck. Let's do one of my absolute fave decks of all time, which is the Universal Celtic Tarot. Now, I'm just saying, some people say Celtic, others say Celtic. It's a potato kind of thing, right? Moon Honey understands that. Moon Honey says, let's see. Wow, that butchered your chin. You want a general. Moon Honey wants a general. That's what they want. All right. I'm going to have to go back and hack my program because my program is doing this. Okay. I wrote an application that parses YouTube's stream, basically the stream that YouTube has of internet, packets, going back and forth. It hacks it, it intercepts it, and then it determines what's on there. Anyway, so you can see there's some, I'm running into some challenges because I think they tweaked it a little bit. The emoji, some of the stuff that they do in the tags, they tweaked it. And so now you're getting this crap here. I gotta fix it. Anyway, general, let's go for another general because we can't have too many generals. I'm just saying, Moon Honey knows. Queen of Swords. Oh, man, Moon Honey. You don't got to micromanage everything. Honey, let's talk. Me and you. Just me and you here on the stream. You don't got to micromanage everything. Sometimes, I understand, Moon Honey. I understand sometimes everybody screws it up. You can't really get it and put it out there and make it happen. Somebody screws it up. I understand you. I get you. I know what you're feeling. Kay does too. Kay, thank you so much for your donation. But the Queen of Swords says you got to ease up a little bit. You got to put your trust out there. I think that's going to be Page of Cups, right? We got to release some things. Page of Cups is interesting next to the Hanged Man. It's some of the stuff that we're really relying upon for happiness may not be there tomorrow. You definitely want to reevaluate your happiness based upon actions, your happiness based upon maybe somebody else, maybe other people. You kind of want to sort of taper that back, figure out where you're going to be at the end of the day. Page of Cups says, don't sit there rely on the Hanged Man for happiness. Page of Cups, get it either from within or get it from a stable source at a minimum, because the Hanged Man says sometimes your emotions are going to be hooked and keyed upon something you have absolutely no control of. And then all of a sudden your emotions are just all over the place. Don't do that. Be careful of that. 10 of Pentacles says, overall, Moon Honey, you're in a good spot. You're gonna be in a good spot. This is something reliable. It's nice. It feels okay. I don't think tomorrow is going to be that bad. General with a 10 of Pentacles at the end is a nice general indeed. I am just saying that is going to be nice indeed. It's going to be all right. Moon Honey, it's going to be half decent at the end of the day. Connie knows. Connie, did my dad money for me after his death, and will I receive it? All right. Did my dad leave money for me after his death? I assume that's what you're saying. And will I receive it? I don't know. Are we looking at a cash flow? Are we looking at we're looking at a little bit of cash flow from dad? I don't know. I'm just saying, the Edgar Allan Poe deck kind of makes sense here a little bit. Maybe a little bit. ES, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. ES got the double shot. K's got the double shot. This is it. This is it. This is the stream that everybody's going to be here, All right, let's see. Woo. All righty. We got, the 8 of, okay. Well, all righty then. That kind of says yes. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, look at the cards that we're getting over here, okay? Look at the cards that we're getting over here. Let's talk. We got the 8 of Swords. We got the Ace of Pentacles, all right? The visual itself, and then the Ace, the visual itself combined with the Ace, that is interesting indeed. Something is happening. Something is going on. It's a little bit wild right now. It's a little bit wild. I'm not going to say it's out of control, but you'd have a thumbs up based upon 2 cards by themselves, okay? You have a thumbs up based upon 2 cards by themselves. You got to do thumbs up twice because it feels so nice. 5 of Wands. Oh, my, Connie. It does feel, Connie. It feels like you ain't the only one that may be getting some money. Okay, Connie, I'm saying, look, Connie, look, this is legit. This is right here. So this is Connie, and this is, you got to sort of come in there with a little bit of that. So you do get some, but you're not the only one. You're the 5 of Wands. There's a little bit of conflict with it. 4 of Pentacles. There's some people waiting. People want their money too. Connie, that's huge. That's huge. Tell me that's not the most amazing reading for did my dad leave me money after a death and I received it? Look at these 2 cards by themselves.
Yep.
Look at the 2 cards by themselves.
Death card.
No, it's an 8 of Swords. It's an 8 of Swords, but yeah, it's an 8 of Swords, but still the symbolism. And this is something I talked about. Did you see my lesson Sunday? No. This is something that I talked about in my lesson that she didn't see. You sometimes you have to look at the pictures and just completely ignore everything else. Sometimes the pictures are yelling at you. They're like, hello, pay attention to me. Sometimes the pictures do that. And I think this is one of the reads where it does that. By the way, if you're not a member of my Patreon, that's where I have my lessons. They're private lessons for you, you big group. You can join the stream. You can join the private lesson stream and do all of that stuff. So I'm just saying, and that's where it's at. All right, general love reading for ES. Let's get you some love up in here, ES. ES got the double shot tonight. Look, we got the Panda Tarot over here. We got Christina handing us the Panda, Way of the Panda Tarot. If you don't have this is cute. It is super cute. Mina knows. Mina, what is going on? It's good to see you. Right. No, do you want it on? Hang on. Let me adjust you up, and now it's on. If you turn the switch.
I already did.
Okay, there you go. Christina's up in the house, by the way. Okay, Christina is loaning us general love reading with the Panda Tarot. Christina's also putting that other deck back in order, She's putting
No, I'm not. I tried to the other night, and you were like, no, let's go.
Oh,
so I had to. Okay. So don't let him blame me for that.
Okay, well, it's not in order, but apparently it may be in order later, either for me or for her. I don't know. Graves says the party has arrived since you're here. I'm just saying. Connie's been watching my videos 10 years. Connie, that's a lot of love. On the scale of 1 to 10, that's an 11 for love right there.
Give it up for Connie Martin.
Give it up for Connie Martin, indeed. Okay, a general love reading. Let's go. Let's figure it out. The Sun Space Flower is here. Welcome, Sun Space Flower. How you doing? All right. 6 of Cups. It is. Oh, man. 5 of Cups, Emperor. Did you just break up? Like, what happened to... ES, did you just break up with somebody? What happened over there? We got the 6 of Cups. It feels like you lost a friend. Or not lost a friend. Like they didn't just you didn't lose them in the mall or something and you had to get on the speaker and go, hello, we're looking for... You didn't lose that kind of friend. I'm saying maybe you had a separation with a friend. Maybe you had an argument with a friend. Something's going on with love in your life already. You got the 6 of Cups followed by the 5 of Cups. We came into this connection. We had a decent connection. I'm just saying. And then it was disappointing. And then it didn't work out the way that we wanted to. That's how things happen sometimes.
Look at the 5 of Cups, though. Isn't it so cute?
It is the 5 of Cups. It is so cute.
What are those things that are floating in the air?
It's disappointing. Those are dandelions. Dandelions. I believe they're dandelions. Somebody back me up. Hang on. Somebody back me up.
Dandelion or what? You know, the little thing we blow the.
Yeah, that's called a dandelion.
Is that a dandelion?
That is a dandelion.
No, dandelions are yellow.
Well, there's two. I think there's two types of dandelions. There's a yellow one.
The dandelion weed family.
The dandelion weed family. They are weeds indeed.
Not ganja, but weed.
We broke up. Okay, ES, look at this. Look at this. I'm on target. We broke up. We got back together. That is interesting, ES. I'll say that is interesting because look, the 5 of Cups, a disappointment, and the Emperor. Somebody stepped up. So Renee saying hello, by the way.
Hi, Renee.
Somebody stepped up. Somebody said, I need to fix this. I need to fix this problem. Let's get back together. Let's get the love. Let's get the love balloons. Let's throw them on the table.
I love the love balloons.
You love the love balloon. We'll see the love balloons one more time, just because Christina can say it. But no. The Emperor said somebody stepped up, somebody made the grade. Somebody said, let's do it again. Let's try it again. And the Hanged Panda said, we have some differences, right? We have a little bit of difference. Maybe we're not on the same page. Maybe we're not quite there yet, but I think we have quite the possibility. I think that is where you're going to be. I think the Hanged Man said, we can work through it. We can get it done. Basically, that's it. I think it's going to work. I think it is going to be all right. Woo-woo. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for your donation.
I really think that the panda is my spirit animal.
It could be. Hooping Rabbit is in the house. Hooping Rabbit, it's been a hot minute. How long? Hooping Rabbit's been a couple of weeks, isn't it? It's been a couple of weeks. Spacely is back. Spacely, it's always good to see you as always. I appreciate that. Hooping Rabbit, I'm just saying. I know it's been a couple of weeks, but I've missed you every day. Every single day. I'm like, where the hell's Hooping Rabbit? All right. I've been seeing 911 everywhere since last October. That's probably not the best number combo. What is the universe trying to tell me? Let's find out. What is going on? Connie has become a member. Connie. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. It's become a, let's see, is it my member? Oh yeah. Welcome to the Tarot Oracle family. I appreciate that, Connie, so much. All right. Seeing 911 everywhere since October. What is it trying to tell me? Ace of Cups, the Tower? The Tower 911 in the Tower in the 911 reading. Probably not the best combo. You know, I don't want to get edited by YouTube. I'm just saying. I am just saying. The Ace of Cups into the Tower. Look, I'm just going to tell you raw tarot, okay? You've been hooping. I hope so. Hooping Rabbit. If you haven't been hooping, Hooper's going to hoop, right? Ace of Cups into the Tower, it does mean some new opportunity just ain't working out. Some new opportunity that you're going to have just ain't working out. It just not going to be in that level where this looks good, but reality is a little bit different than looks good. You do have an Ace of Cups Tower combo, a little bit on the harsh side as it goes. Hangman is back. Okay, we can do it every reading. Sure, why not? The Tower next to Hanged Man, it says that the love interest maybe, or this connection maybe just wasn't meant to be. This wasn't meant to be. That's kind of how you got to go with that. The Tower next to the Hanged Man. Why did the Tower collapse? Well, it collapsed because of the Hanged Man. Maybe we're trying to find enlightenment and the other person didn't need that, or the other person couldn't keep up with us. Maybe they don't want to be on the same path. A Hanged Man is a difference of opinion. I'm looking at things differently. You could also see that maybe the Tower and the Hanged Man say, because things collapse, now I have some clarity, right? Because a lot of times things will be just hovering around. You got like clouds sort of hovering over us, and you're like, ooh, that's kind of, dark clouds are going to rain, or like what's going to happen. There's an unpredictability. And then things collapse, and now you're like, oh, this is where I'm going to be at the end of the day. This is how I'm going to, sort of be in that. The Emperor and the Hangman are back. We just had them in the other reading, but sure. I do this. I do different cards so I can avoid this. But, reality is reality. But yeah, when you have this connection, when you have the tower collapsed, maybe because of the hangman, maybe for the opportunistic time of the hangman from this new connection that looks so good, the emperor says, let's make some adjustments. We don't really want to go through this again. That's kind of where you're at. We don't want to go through this again. I think we can make some adjustments. The emperor is stepping up, and going forward is going to be our best bet. So we got to go raw tarot. We just got to go raw tarot on that. We got AV coming in with the PayPal dono. Thank you, AV. I appreciate that. Ultraviolet says, I can't hang tonight. Ultraviolet, you just made a funny. I don't know if you knew it. I don't know if you knew it, Ultraviolet, but the hanged man has appeared twice. And then Ultraviolet comes in. Ultraviolet says, hey, I can't hang tonight. At a Maroon 5 concert. That's what I'm talking about. Maroon 5.
Nice.
That would be a concert I wouldn't mind going to at all. ES knows, should I go back to university and further my education and further my career? ES, I think, what the world are you doing about?
I was trying to fix the money trick, and
you can't fix it. It's missing $41.
Oh.
It's missing $41
You
that I
robbed
gave
the money trick.
that I gave to Anna. Yeah, all right.
Oh.
Is this ready to go? You were shuffling this?
Yes, that one's ready to go.
All right, it is ready to go. I mean, I'm just saying.
The 100s.
You did? I got the 100s in the other room, actually. Maybe I'll put it together. See, Ultraviolet made a funny. I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, this is why we have a stream, just for moments like this, because I'm weird. Yeah. Okay. Should I go back to school like Rodney Dangerfield movie? I'm gonna say yes. We're going with a yes. What do you think? What do you think for this yes? This looks pretty decent. King, Knight, King. It's your opportunity. It's your opportunity to grow. It's your opportunity to get into that next thing, to get into the next mode, okay? The king from the knight. The king of wands is the master of action. It has a lot of fiery aspect to it. It feels like the fire is there. The fire is going full steam. If you need fire, you got fire, okay? The king of wands. Then you get the knight of swords, movement card. Let's move towards the university. Let's do this because I want to be a king. Again, you have a couple of kings. You have a knight, interesting graduation from knight into king. I want to graduate into that next thing because you have the knight into the king of swords. Let's get into the next level. Let's open up new opportunities. Four of swords, though. Four of swords, expect it to be delayed. Expect the education maybe just not to work out as fast as you want it or as quick as you need it. Definitely something you need to have patience with, right? You definitely want to just sort of lurch forward and hope for the best. But I think that is an absolute yes. I think that is going to be fantastic with that. We got Woo Woo and we got Star up in here. We're using my deck that I never used. Wait, what? I'm not saying anything negative. I made the deck. It's got your dogs in it. All right. It's got my cat in it. Well, it will have my cat in it. All right, this is the Echoes of Echoes of Nature.
That's what I was saying.
This is the Echoes of Nature, by the way. This is a deck that I made. Woo Woo gets it. Will the friend's vision return after surgery? Well, as always, entertainment purposes only. Never assume your vision will come back based on a fat man reading your cards on the internet. Okay, let's see. Fine. Let's see what's going on. Taking the shortcut. We got approaching success and wishful thinking. I think the vision will come back somewhat. Okay, obviously, entertainment purposes only. I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one on TV. I've never gone to graduate medical education. I mean, I'm just saying. I've never gone to graduate medical education. So I don't know. I don't know about expertise. I'm just saying cards.
But I'm no doctor.
Taking the shortcut, okay? Taking the shortcut, approaching success. That says we're going to get some of it back. In other words, maybe not 100%, but we may get some of it back. It is looking pretty good for that. Taking the shortcut says, maybe not taking the shortcut, maybe taking the route that needs to be taken, maybe doing everything the way that it's supposed to go, the way that it's recommended from the doctors and whatnot. Approaching success as we do get some of it back. Now, wishful thinking is kind of a mood killer here. I got to say, wishful thinking says, you definitely want to, tamper the expectations a little bit. Tamper the expectations a little bit. May not be absolute 100%, but I do think you get some stuff back. Approaching Success says so. And that is the Echoes of Nature. By the way, I'm going to release version 2 eventually. When I get off my rear end and stop playing video games, I will release version 2 of that. DC, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I appreciate you as always. Star wants to know, what will it look like if I went on a date with A? Star, is A cute? Is A cute? Star, we need to know. We need to know if A is cute. Because if A is not cute, don't go on the date, okay? I'm just saying.
Don't be that
That's
way.
it. I'm just saying. They have to be cute to go. Because Star is probably, top of the line, just absolutely gorgeous. I'm just saying, we want A to be cute, okay? Anyway. If you went on that date, Universe, 10 of Pentacles, and the Empress, oh my, Star, that looks good. That looks fantastic. That looks beautiful. I'm going to get the Heart of Hearts. I'm going to get the Heart Made of Hearts for this one. This is how excited I am. This looks great. You got Major and you got Major.
They look like little moths.
They look like little moths.
After watching Cruella de Vil.
Cruella de Vil.
Such a good movie.
The Empress says, yeah, this is something that you would like. This is something you're going to be comfortable with. It's something that you enjoy doing. Definitely going to be rewarded for that. 10 of Pentacles says that it does have a lot of opportunities. I mean, a lot of opportunities going in. I think it's going to look pretty good. 10 of Pentacles is a great date card. And we talked about this on the Patreon stream on Sunday. How do you get a work card and sort of move it into another realm? This is kind of how, right? The 10 of Pentacles. It is a happy home, happy family. It's also a work card. It's also getting money and things like that. I think the best card is the Universe sort of coming in as the first thing. The Universe is looking really, really good. This is a great card to be first. It's a great card to have in the read, especially with the Empress sort of in there. I think that works out well for you quite a bit indeed. All right. Hard to tell on the dating apps if they're cute or not. I mean, that's a reality.
You have to FaceTime.
You got to FaceTime them and like figure out and all that stuff. All right, Hooping Rabbit, a general read for the week ahead. Light Seers Tarot, please. We'll get you Light Seers Tarot indeed. If you haven't seen the Light Seers Tarot, by the way, it is my favorite tarot. It is a beautiful, beautiful deck. And get a general action for the Light Seers. Did the stream freeze? No, I have all of my stuff is green. Let me double check. Let me open it up. I'm at 7.6 CPU, 30 frames a second, 0 drop frames, and I'm at 10K throughput. So it looks good to me.
He is
Looks good to me.
nerd, so
I'm a nerd. Yeah, Love Apples is eating some watermelon. Look at that.
we were eating watermelon earlier.
Yeah, we cut up Love Apples. We cut up a watermelon earlier. It was fantastic. Okay, general reading for the week. Let's see what we're doing. Knight of Swords. I'm going to go against the grain today, okay? Hooping, just for you, I'm going against the grain. I'm just going to go half intuition, half cards at this, right? Let's see what happens. Knight of Swords into the 5 of Pentacles. Rushing into this week doesn't work. It doesn't work. This is something you have to ease into. This is something you have to relax with. This is something you have to sort of reevaluate as it goes along, because I think this week has a lot of things that need to be handled dynamically, right? Even though we planned it, maybe it didn't go as planned. The Knight of Swords is rushing into things and not having a plan. 5 of Pentacles says, well, maybe not the best idea. Rushing into it could not be maybe the best choice. Page of Swords, though. Page of Swords. Make sure that you're communicating with the correct people, because I think you have somebody interesting that you're going to be communicating this week, right? This week seems to be this opportunity for communication with maybe somebody that you haven't communicated before. The Page of Swords. I don't think the communication is going to go as well as you think it did, but maybe this is an interview. Maybe this is a date. Maybe this is somebody that you haven't talked to in a while. Definitely one of those weeks where you're going to be talking to people that you didn't think that you were going to be talking to, quite frankly. 7 of Pentacles says this week you're setting up for success, okay? I think you're September is going to be very successful. I think September has a lot of things interesting in it that you're going to enjoy seeing and interacting with. Seven of Pentacles says, make sure and plant the seeds this week, next week, so that when you go into September, when you walk into the month, you are ready to rock and roll. I think that's kind of be where it is at. And that is the end of the donos. We got any freebies? Got any freebies? That's the first night, I think, ever that we launched into some freebies. Let's find out what people are saying. We had Assel came in. We got Andrew, we got Bartman, Coyote, donating for a reading. I think, let's see. We had a PayPal donation from Avatar. I think Avatar has Avatar, you're not here. Avatar, I don't see you in your usual self. Anyway, let's see. Lady rejoined the stream in a bit. Maria came in. Oh, Maria had an interesting one. Maria says, will I be pregnant in the next 3 months? That is a good one. That is a very good one. Let's see about that. See how that is going to go. And see what kind of things we can get. Pregnant in the next 3 months. Need the Empress. The Lovers says, yeah. King of Pentacles says, yeah. And the World said, yeah. That's interesting. It's one of those where the combination of cards says yes, but if you grabbed an individual card, you wouldn't exactly say yes. Does that make sense? Yep. So a lot of times, and we'll discuss this in the next lesson on the Patreon thing, a lot of times you do have a situation where you don't have one key card coming out, but you do have a combination of other cards that basically the read says yes. I'm going to go with yes. You have the World. The World is sort of it's the ending of something good. It's the ending. It's sort of a new beginning as well, because you're ending the majors and you're starting sort of the minors as it goes. And the World has all of the symbols, all of the good stuff, the clouds. It has the ethereal feel that you need. King of Pentacles, again, as a retired banker, it is sort of it feels like we're starting something new. We're starting a new adventure. We're starting something, we're comfortable with it. We're prepared for it. And overall, AIV, I know I'm finally see you. Thank you so much, AIV. Let me know what your question is. Thank you for the PayPal donation. But the key component here is the Lovers, right? The key component is that love, the lovers, the connection coming together, the holding hands or getting them next to each other at least, and getting that mode going. I think that is an absolute yes. If you're still in the stream, I don't know if you are or not, but if you are, it is there. It is there. AIV, what's coming for me in love the rest of August and September? What kind of things can we get into, AIV? What kind of things can we get into, my friend? We're going to use a deck that we just haven't used very much. I mean, to be honest with you, we just haven't used this. We have as much as we need to do. Shadowland Tarot, right? JJ knows. JJ, welcome to the stream. How you doing tonight? All right. What's coming for me in love the rest of August and September? AIV. Ooh, let's find out what's going on. Temperance. Oh, Six of Wands and the Two of Swords. You have some love opportunities, but they're not something that just sticks around. We have love opportunities. We have some love that's going to be balanced. We have some love that's going to look good. Temperance is a nice love card. If you are looking for establishing something that's stable, you are looking to do something that's interesting, not the same old, right? So let's say you hook up with everybody. You don't want to do the same old. You want something that's different, something that's more balanced. And I think that's where temperance comes in. I think that's what the rest of August and September brings, is a little more of a balanced love aspect. Six of Wands says overall it is successful. The Lord of victory, the Lord of success. It says that things are going to be nice. Things are going to be good. Things are going to go your way. I think that is going to be the key in that. And the Two of Swords, right? We don't always get what we want. And I think that's kind of the lesson here. And love in August is not going to go exactly how we want. It's not going to be something in that mode of this worked exactly how I needed it to. So be prepared for a little bit, not of the unexpected, but be prepared for something out of the norm. And that's what you need. You need to switch up. You need something different. And I think September brings that for you. Thanks again for your donation. Linda, welcome to the stream. How you doing? We're using a cat deck now for JJ Flower. We'll be moving in 2023. That's a long way away. That is a long way away. Let's use the kitty deck. By the way, the kitty's not here. The kitty is relocated to another location for tonight. Relocated to another location. Hopefully it doesn't get eaten by the dogs. We'll see. We'll see.
We tried to... We tried to introduce the pupperoos to the kitty today, and we tried to introduce Baxter.
Yeah, there you go.
Baxter, we really had to hold him back too because he was starting to lick his chops and drool, and he's not ready yet.
Yeah. Probably not the best, The kitty for the meal, that's a bit much. I've grown kind of fond for the kitty. I'm just saying. All right, will we be moving? Will they have action? Will they have some adventure with that? Ace of Wands, Death, and the 5. Ooh, interesting. I would say yes, you will be moving. I mean, that's a long way away. Yes, you will be moving. Why do we say that? Because we have the Ace of Wands. We have that fiery aspect with the Ace. And that's kind of what you want. If you want some fire, you want sort of be launched forward. You want to have that action and adventure. Ace of Wands gets it done. So yes, for the moving part. Yeah. Death is interesting. Death next to the 5. It almost says that we bought a house maybe, or we're trying to get a house. Maybe we're trying to get an apartment. There's a lot of competition for it. I mean, there just is a lot of competition. Death into that 5. I think there's maybe too much competition. And, maybe you're in a situation where maybe there's too much competition. That's sort of how it works sometimes. King of Cups is overall, again, yes. This is something that works. This is an opportunity. This is something that is going to be done. JJ, I absolutely think that you will be doing that. By the way, we're ending soon. Somebody throw me a question. Christina, throw me a question. Throw a question out here. All right. Did you place Salem in witness protection? I think we should. I think Grave Encounters has a good thing. Did we place Salem in witness protection? That may be prudent. That may be prudent indeed. So
witness
I don't
protection.
know. EL, how much for a special reading? Well, it's free right now. EL, what's your question? Let me know what your question is. By the way, we'll take one more question, then we will get out of here for the evening.
I'm going to play some World of Warcraft.
There you go. You're going to play some World of Warcraft. All right. Well, we're ending here in like 5 minutes. EL, do you have a question? Let me know what it is. Let me know what it is. Yogi's got a question, that's for sure. Yogi, let's find out how you are doing. Let's see. Yogi has a question. Weekend read. Weekend is coming up. We'll stick with the kitties. We'll stick with the cats and get it done. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Okay. Let's do a little Yogi Berra over here. We got the Chariot. The Moon, got a couple of movement cards. It's sort of the weekend is movement as always. And in other words, you're going to have the same thing this weekend as maybe you had last weekend. Maybe you had as the previous weekend. You're on a cycle at this point. There's a lot of things that are just predictable. It seems the weekend seems to be one of those things. The Chariot into the Moon, we're moving into sort of a cyclic action. Yogi, huh? I would say Yogi, but I would say, Yogi, in general, we're moving towards predictability. We're moving towards things that are okay. We're moving towards things that are right. Predictable weekend it is. 5 of Cups is don't be disappointed. Definitely keep your emotions in check this weekend. Maybe a couple of things, sort of here and there and whatnot, but yeah, you're going in there. The Lover says that your connections this weekend are going to be important. If you have any connections, if we have anybody to talk to, if anybody to negotiate with, if we have anything going on with that, you definitely want to be in that mode of, getting everything connected. And I think you're going to maybe have a call or something like that from somebody that you used to know, maybe an old friend or whatnot. Be prepared for that as well. Anyway, we're leaving a little early tonight. We got to go do some things and go eat and whatnot. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. We'll see you tomorrow.
It doesn't even make sense why I think about you. It was only one night, only that time, and it's not my style to be caught up in the middle like this. 'Cause now I dream about you. I was probably too drunk, it's blurry, but I've got the image of you running circles in my mind right now, and it could fade away. but it probably won't, and I should let it be. But I'm gonna dive into you, and maybe I'll drown, but what can I do? And it would be alright to let me down. Rather we try than let these feelings slide. So I'm gonna dive into you.
It doesn't even make sense why we try to fight it. Every time that we touch, the room caught on fire. We could blame it on the wine, but we know that we will both be lying. I wish I didn't want you. I was doing just fine, the way that it was. Then you hand me these emotions, didn't want them, but I guess that I'm stuck with them. They could go away, but I know they won't, and I should let it be. But I'm gonna die